Hello there, welcome back to some more Final Fantasy 15. In the last episode we finished episode Ignis completely, now we're going to do episode ARDYN. At some point I'll have a look at Comrades as well, but it's not going to be soon. I'll just have a brief look at it. I doubt anyone's even playing it, but maybe they are. My guess is, and I don't know, that this is going to go back into the past, and we're going to look at how ARDYN became scorned. And destroyed, and decided. I was going to say decided to destroy, but I just said destroyed it. Destroyed it to kill everyone. Must be quite large. Or it's just loading in the new content. I did just load the game up, to be fair. And then click to go. So it's very possible that this was the wrong decision. But that's fine. Kill. Murder, death, kill them. Kingly Clash. What is that? I want a new game. I want it on normal, obviously. Are there going to be new documents or things like that, or is it just going to be something different? Having turned the Empire to shambles and shrouded the world in darkness, ARDYN, erstwhile healer of those who ailed, now sits atop the Lucian throne denied him by the crystal some 2 millennia ago. Ah, this is not the past. This is evil man bad times. ME 766.
Long ago, there lived a man, blessed by the gods and revered by the people as their savior. His name was ARDYN Lucis Kylum, and he was to have served as the first king of Lucis.
Maybe we are going back. I'll shut up now. Let it just do what it wants to do. ME 734.
In other news, a member of the Border Patrol has been reported MIA since sometime before dawn this morning. The missing officer has been identified as 28-year-old Mars Sapientia. Although Officer Sapientia allegedly reported for duty at his appointed time, fellow officers say he disappeared soon after and has not been sighted since. Officer Sapientia is a tall, fair-skinned male and was last seen wearing his Border Patrol fatigues. Anyone with information on Officer Sapientia's whereabouts are requested to contact the Crown City Police immediately.
This is the Crown City, not
from the
fucked.
Public Information Bureau. Today marks the anniversary of the founding of the Kingdom of Lucis. The Founders' Day Committee has prepared a number of attractions in honor of this auspicious occasion, including a parade around the Citadel as well as a statue of the Founder King himself. All are welcome and encouraged to participate in today's festivities. This has been a message from the Public Information Bureau.
What about you?
Now, on to the weather.
Shouldn't you be looking for your buddy?
Today in the Crown City, we expect mild
Oh,
and sunny
no.
weather with nothing but blue skies.
I'm on
The
special
Borderlands
assignment.
may experience some inclement weather, starting in the evening and continuing throughout the night. That concludes today's news and weather.
Yes, this is 32 years before. So 20 2 years before Noctis goes in the crystal. ARDYN, Lucis, Calum.
Sweet home at last.
Insomnia City Centre. Right, this is going to lag a bit because of all the high definition models, similar to Insomnia, almost certainly. I mean, yeah, similar to Altissia. Right, let's explore the Crown City then. So I've got a plus menu. I can walk. I have no options to go to any of the menus right now, so this might just be story, or it might be something that we can't do anything with right now.
So this is the city's somnus built on the back of his own flesh and blood. Just look at them, free of care and unaware of the war beyond their wall.
Yes. I mean, ARDYN only seeks to fuck with Lucis, so he doesn't care about anything else.
In order to ensure the safety of all festival goers, we ask that you please follow all staff instructions. Vehicular access will also be limited in some areas around the Citadel for the festival's duration. In addition, traffic will be stopped entirely during the parade. We thank you for your cooperation.
What need is there to worry when brick and mortar blinds them to the suffering outside?
Yeah, this is just... Yeah, it's like going between like
When you feel so safe within.
60 and 45 FPS.
What a life to live. And that must be the king's castle.
So what do you think, son? Not every day you get to see the king's personal bodyguards up close.
They're so cool. I want to be a royal guard someday.
Yeah, it's not that my GPU can't do it, it's just the usage isn't being optimized very well, so it kind of bounces up and down off of the frame rate limit, which is a bit weird. If I'd limited it to 30, it would have been fine, but nah. This won't last very long, I'm sure.
Now, let the fireworks begin!
Right, let's go.
There he is.
Cursed be the wandering dreams of the gods.
Ifrit is under ARDYN's control, so that's why he's doing this. The tale of the fallen king, prisoner of fate. It's quite a tale. So sit, collaborate, and listen. Although he said stop. The year is ME 734. Spirits are high in the Crown City as all of Insomnia prepares to celebrate Founders Day. The citizens of Illusion capital in for a rude awakening as ARDYN has returned to interrupt the peaceful reverie and do something. Like fuck shit up. Is all it needed to say. Chapter 1. Darkness Awakens.
ARDYN. Oh, ARDYN. You can't expect me to believe that.
Oh, but I do. You have my word.
Well, in that case... You look exhausted, my love. Are you all right?
Ava Mirasplay.
I am. The gods bless me with a power and a purpose to cure people of what ails them. I must see their will be done.
Your devotion shall not go unnoticed. The gods will doubtless be watching over you. Just as I shall be watching over you every step of the way. It seems to me the cure for your exhaustion is comprised of two things. one of which is rest.
Oh? And the other?
Is me.
Oh, Era, pray be with me, always.
Yeah, unfortunately, this happiness can't last. Angel Guard. ME 721. 13 years prior.
He's alive. Just as the ancient texts told.
Stale Basithia.
Who? Take him away.
Can't remember if this is the Emperor or if it's the mad scientist man in episode Prompto. Oh, so it might have been 860 something. This might be 100 years. I don't think so. See, I told you it'd be fine. Frame rate's good again now. Because we haven't got a million people. Hello? Do feel kind of bad for Arden in a way.
Don't touch me.
But he's fucked at the same time. There's no reason to kill Luna. Besides to give Noctis despair, which is all he wanted to do.
Status report. Everything is fine here.
Roger that. We'll transport the subject to your location.
And we'll have the medical team ready as planned.
What's the situation over there?
Nothing to report. We're just...
I just remember the surname Basithia, that's all. Hello, run away.
Adagium sighted!
Adagium?
Get it back in the cell. No matter what. We can't let that thing off this island.
Yeah, but I can't attack.
Stop. Cease this. Cease this.
At once!
Arden enters overkill as HP falls to 0, while in an undying state, its attacks deal more damage, but his maximum HP falls every time he takes a hit. When Arden's maximum HP falls to 0, the game's over. Oh, you fucked up. You should have let it go. I can warp strike too, I think. Kill him. Power overwhelming. Press B to attack the arsenal of royal arms. Hold B to blitz the enemy with consecutive attack. Yeah, they can all warp strike because they will lose this guards. I think they gain the ability to do it. So the points was only during overkill, not during regular play. I can auto counter too, which is pretty cool. I don't know why you're persisting with this folly. Press X to dodge incoming attacks. Hold X to quickly shadow step around the field. Oh baby! I've got like reminds me of something, but I can't remember what it reminds me of right now. Blindside, motherfucker! Oh! You can try and hide. Invulnerable. This didn't take damage from my attack. Get in the air. Goodbye. Alright. Plan 5 successive strikes or successful strikes to perform a finisher and create an opening to demonify the enemy. Excuse me? There we go. Press Y while an enemy is vulnerable to demonify them and harvest their life force. As you do. Goodbye.
Incredible. His power's unbelievable. Hey.
But maybe he was never a healer. Eminent magic technological expert Verstel Basithius steals away to the Umbral Isle of Angel Garden, absconds with Lucius' dark secret, Adagium. He escorts the subject back to one of the Empire's Magitech research facilities for further study. Yeah, maybe he was never actually a healer. Chapter 2, Illusory Truth. He might have just been a bad man the whole time, but he didn't know. But my guess is his sweetheart was killed. And as such, he went fucking mental.
Era. Somnus.
Forgive me, brother, but the throne seats only one.
Era! Gods, no!
ARDYN.
Yeah, that'll do it. No wonder he hates his fucking bloodline so much. He gets betrayed by his brother, who then kills his sweetheart, and then brands him a traitor.
Chief Basithia would like to see you.
/ heretic. / evil man. And then they'll go, oh, this makes sense, the king said it. And so they fucking, banish him and refuse him to go to heaven when he dies. But they said that, the crystal... The law is that the crystal didn't let him go because he was so corrupted. But he was so corrupted because of what everyone else had done to him. At least that's what I'm getting so far. It could all be bollocks. He could have already just been evil and needed an excuse. Chief Basithia's journal. Uh-oh. Data log. Ah, shit. There's 36 things. That means I need to get them all, and I'll read them all later. What gear can I equip? There's Royal Arms. I'm level 23. This is Dissension. I can go back. There's a yen as a currency. Rather than gil. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so I need to go get all these data logs then. I'll read them all at the end, like I said.
Nothing here to interest me. Nothing here to interest me. Might as well head out.
Okay. But yeah, I've got to make sure I try not to miss anything. And if I do, I'll go back and get it, but... Hello, friend. I can't attack, just for the record. For the tape. Joey did try to attack, but he could not.
I dare say this outfit wasn't tailor-made.
Yeah, so I think at this point, ARDYN already doesn't give a fuck. He has one solitary aim.
Not the most enthralling view.
And doesn't care how he gets there. Thank you. Well, hopefully, I mean, it's definitely not going to be... Oh, it's in order right now. Okay. But it might not stay in order forever. So I won't know if I've missed one until I miss it. Let's try to go through there. Can't do that yet. Alright, let's see what you got to say for yourself.
Come, have a seat.
Gods above, we thank you for the bounty you have laid before us.
Don't want your food getting cold, do you? Are you enjoying your stay?
No.
You've been asleep for years. Learning to appreciate the waking world will take time. Perhaps I can help enlighten you while we dine.
Okay. Sure. Talk to me. What's the time? What time period are we in?
How long has it been since you brought me here?
204 days. Roughly 7 months or so. Then again, the Lucians had you locked away in that prison for nearly 2 millennia. I'd be more surprised if you hadn't lost all concept of time. You must loathe those Lucians for what they did to you.
Let's go about the food.
What is this food?
Meat, cloned in this facility.
Cloned?
We cultivated somatic cells, used them as donors to fuse the nucleus transplant cells to the recipient oocytes, and then we...
Enough! I've no ear for the ramblings of a lunatic.
That's like a Hideo Kojima plot point. Right, what about me? The memes. The mimetic legacy.
Was your examination of me a fruitful one?
Oh yes, you've proven far more fascinating than expected. No wonder they kept you locked away. To think the powers of a demon could dwell within the heart of a man, it's incredible. The Star Scourge doesn't sap your life force, it gives you more. Your cells can regenerate themselves, and you can demonify other life forms as well. There's no doubt you are
a monster.
Not a monster, a marvel. I can't wait to unravel all your mysteries.
What is it you want from me, anyhow? What about me interests you so?
You said it yourself, didn't you? You were chosen by the gods. And frankly, with powers like yours, I'd say you're nearly a god in your own right. We need those powers that you possess. With your strength on our side, we could finally put an end to the gruesome war with Lucis. You too must desire the fall of the kingdom that cast you into exile.
My desires are all in the past.
The man who wronged you may have died long ago, but his descendants live on to this day. Surely you must bear them some feelings of ill will.
My feelings are none of your concern.
I know it's not really the same design.
Come along.
But the cross on the back of his jacket reminds me of Cypher from FF8. Don't know why. It's not, like I said, it's not even the same. It's not even remotely. It's just a white coat with the cross on it. It's the only similarity, but it just reminds me of him. Hello.
This is the fruit of my labor. A small portion of it, that is.
Okay.
I envy
Seems
you.
cool.
A human life is too short to truly understand all there is to know about the world. Go on, have a look.
Explore the research facility. Whole bunch of journals, which I do want to look at. I want to grab all the items before I pick up the specific ones they want me to look at, though. Because the ones that I might want me to look at might just be, like, progression. Which is not necessarily what I'm looking for. Gotta turn my, observant brain on, which is not very strong. Just think, it's not even that I get distracted, it's just I can't find it within myself to pay attention to everything that's going on. Let's check for items down here. Oh, alright. Let's read some of these that aren't the one with the red plus on it then. Here we go. Historical analysis, please, of demons.
Were first officially recognized as a new species roughly 200 years ago. According to ancient texts, however, humans have suffered from a parasitic plague wrought by the demons for upward of 2 millennia. Demonification is caused by a mutant strain of plasmodia that takes root in living creatures and changes their cellular structures. Infected creatures begin to disperse miasmal particles, the spread of which is known as the Star Scourge.
Okay, what are the basic characteristics?
A replica made from plaster poured into a demon-shaped cavity discovered deep underground. Demons sublimate when their vital functions cease, so this particular specimen must have vaporized after the mud around it had already solidified. Scientists believe this subject burrowed into the earth in order to shield itself from the light of the sun.
Okay. Cool. So the models and things also give me data log entries. Okay.
This is our world?
Alright, sure. The birth of our star.
It has been estimated that Eos came into existence some 4.5 billion years ago.
Billion? Okay. The descent of the astrals.
Ancient myths tell tales of 6 protector gods who first alighted upon Eos in the ancient Solheim era. Fossils thought to be remains of the oldest members of the human race were discovered in the Pistola region. Some claim that humans discovered fire in the Sukarp region even before the dawn of the Solheim civilization. According to legend, the fire god Ifrit first bestowed his burning wisdom upon a man who later sat the throne of Solheim. The mechanized civilization of Solheim is presumed to have originated in the Diskai and Klain regions. Exactly when the civilization rose and fell, however, remains the subject of much investigation. The enormous crevasse separating the regions of Klain and Diskai is known as Telpar Crag. It is here that the War of the Astrals is said to have taken place. When Ifrit tried to reduce mankind to ash, the other gods fought back, and some claim this clash caused the collapse of Solheim.
I wonder if ARDYN was already there before that, or this was even before his time, or if he was in prison by then.
It is said that Ifrit, having lost the War of the Astrals, was interred atop the Rock of Ravito. After the war, the ice goddess Shiva allegedly sank into a deep slumber, nestled in the Goravas rift of Volup. To this day, no one knows what became of the blade god Bahamut. The earth god Titan can be seen supporting the meteor at the heart of the disk of Kothis in Diskai. As for the storm god Rama, legend has it he sealed himself away within Fosha Hollow in Diskai.
That's about right.
The sea goddess Leviathan disappeared in the wake of the war. Some say she swam below the waves and slumbers beneath the city of Altisha. Some 2,000 years ago, the gods granted Somnus Lucis Kylum 2 gifts: the sacred stone and ring. With these in hand, he founded the kingdom of Lucis. In the centuries since, Lucis has managed to expand its territory while struggling to suppress a parasitic plague. As of ME-722, Mors Lucis Kylum sits the throne as the 112th monarch of his line. Regis Lucis Kylum is King Mor's firstborn son, and first in line to succeed his father.
Yes, this must be like 60 or so years before the actual game.
Angelgard, off the coast of Golden Key, is an uninhabited island that Lucians regard as sacred ground. Ancient texts tell of a monster known as Adagium supposedly sealed away within, but investigations into its existence have yet to provide conclusive evidence. Soon after the establishment of the Kingdom of Lucis, House Fulleré founded the nation of Tenebrae. The Empire began its occupation of Tenebrae in ME-359, a move that was initially met with much apprehension. In order to assuage the dissenters, the Empire preserved the Oracle's home of Fenestala Manor. This concession was partially made for political purposes. House Fulleré enjoys close ties with the line of Lucis. The Accordo Protectorate has developed into a bustling league of towns at the heart of maritime trade. In ME-606, the Empire won an important battle against the allied forces of Lucis and Accordo, and in turn, annexed the Protectorate. The country is steeped in traditions and cultures that are incompatible with imperial rule, so the Empire has permitted it a measure of relative political autonomy.
But that's mostly just in name.
Centuries after the founding of Lucis, a movement to revive the lost civilization of Solheim arose around the Weltham region. Leading the charge was House Aldercapt, whose brave deeds brought about the rise of the Niflheim Empire. The Empire built upon Solheim's magic technology and employed it for military use. This new firepower helped the Empire fell its foes, taking Tenebrae in ME-359 and Accordo in ME-606. As of ME-722, under the direction of Emperor Aedalus Aldercapt, the Empire is developing new arms fusing magitech with demons. Vestiges of the ancient Solheim civilization can still be seen in the ruins of Piteous and Steeleth Grove. Several ancient structures also dot the forest of the Fall Grove that encircles Castlemark Tower. Excavation of these various sites is currently underway. In ME-501, during an expedition in the Ulwat region, the Imperial Army discovered a new species known as demons.
Okay. Thank you for that. What's this? The king and his men of the cosmogony.
At center, we see what I presume to be Lucian warriors and the kings of yore. I've learned a great deal about the first king of Lucis, but I never knew he was second in line. It seems to depict a legend in which the chosen king dispels the darkness. If that's true, does that mean Lucis intends to someday stand above all others? Their trifling tales mean nothing in the face of our superior technology. Only we can restore balance to our world. At the top of the painting, we see the Oracle herself. The bloodline of the Oracle is one of the oldest in Eos, originating with Eromirus Flore. Only they possess the power to commune with the gods. This painting depicts the Oracle as some goddess of light herself. She'd doubtless prove a powerful ally if she could be persuaded. On the sides of the frame, we see the Hexathion. Conspicuously absent is the traitorous god of fire who started the Great War of old. Perhaps developing a deeper understanding of the demons will bring us closer to comprehending their divine counterparts. But what if I were to find a way to combine those two disparate elements? By my estimation, the grotesque creatures depicted here are likely demons. Could this mean these monsters will be harbingers of the apocalypse? If only we could find a way to harness their power for ourselves.
Never a really good idea.
Lucis was chosen to eradicate evil from Eos, and with the divine on their side, how could they fail?
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, it seems like a bad idea to go, oh, evil ancient technology. I know what we'll do. We'll use that. There's a device we can activate. And that's the only thing left, so I guess I'll activate this. Let's have a look. Oh, it's just some demons.
When the demons' aversion to light, they typically stick to the shadows until the sun fades and like they would any other demon. Yet his cells regenerate quickly enough to essentially negate the damage.
Yeah. It stings. Like the light of the sun. Perhaps I'd best cover up.
That's why he wears the clothes all the time. And his hat. To prevent against the sun burning him. That's interesting. I like those bits of lore. So there's also this, which is going to be the picture of this area. The Undying Prisoner.
Adagium. That is what the Lucians call the monster they imprisoned for 2,000 long years. His powers surpass those of any mortal, and his body is all but impervious to attack. It's no wonder the Founder King sealed him away on the Isle of Angel Guard. He undoubtedly feared this monster might challenge his reign. It seems fortune smiles upon me. Though the Lucians kept him locked away for 2,000 years, I've managed to secure Adagium for myself. The raging winds and stormy seas may have cast all others away, but the waves parted for me that day and led the way. While I've yet to conduct any official research, the potential he proved in combat was most promising. I estimate his powers easily surpass anything mankind has ever seen. Perhaps this streak of luck has just begun.
Look for who exactly?
Fascinating, isn't it? I pored over the ancient texts and found scarcely a mention of you. I barely believed you existed till I saw you with my own eyes. With your help, my research is proceeding smoothly. You have my thanks.
You're welcome. Yes. So far, so good. Right, I'll see you guys next time. After I rest. Let me rest and save. Thank you. Save progress. Yes. And see you guys next time when we go and continue on and see what the Stale has to say. Goodbye.